Alright, it's about 12 o'clock. And I think I'm about done cutting grass today. I'm tired. And I still got other stuff I want to do, so I'll cut more on Sunday. But here's the scoop. I love cutting the grass, but I just can't do as much as I used to do. I call it my God time. So, God and I have these conversations when I'm cutting the grass. And here's one of them. It's kind of interesting. So here's the yard. This is my front yard. I showed a video earlier of part of it being cut. This is what I've done today. And as you see, I'm walking out here. I love it out here. It's so beautiful. The trees and the birds. I sit and listen to the birds and my music. And so I'm down here cutting. This is a little area down here where it's always wet because the runoff, the water, whenever it rains. So it doesn't really always dry up. But since before the wet time comes, I wanted to get at least some of this cut up. So I'm cutting and I hear this voice in my head said, leave some of this. Leave this, leave that. Don't cut everything down. Because see, when I came out here to start cutting, see, as you can tell, the ground is still wet. There's a bunch of berries out here. A bunch of raspberries. I don't know if those raspberries or strawberries. They look like small strawberries. But I saw a bunch of birds out here in this. So I'm like, okay. See, this whole area was covered, and usually when I first moved here it was higher than what it is now. The landlord wouldn't cut back in here because the ground is always wet. So I'm cutting back here and telling to leave these certain areas, like this beautiful bush here. I was like, okay, I'll leave that, and I'll leave that, and I'll leave those, and I'll leave that. But I still got to come back here. I just want to clean it up once. Because, see, those aren't trees. Those are vines that kill the trees. There's a bunch of things that you think they're trees. They're actually not. They're actually vines. There is a small tree there, but the rest of that is the vine that kills these trees. So I cut a bunch of it by cutting the grass back in here. But I had to stop because of all the dead branches, all the broken branches, because it was tearing up my lawnmower. But this is also where the deer come through. Oh, there's a fence over there. I need to get that fence down. Huh. Work in progress. I'm trying to clean this up so deers can come through here and, have good areas to walk through. And, I might put deer corn out here once I get enough money to start buying it again and feed the deer. But you see what I've cut up right now. And I might just leave this little section over here and not cut, but I'm not sure yet. God's going to tell me. Because, see, it's a good hiding area for things. And the reason I was cutting some of this down is because my dogs like to come over here. And I know the bunnies like living over here. So we're going to probably leave a patch of this area and just make sure the dogs don't get into it, because the snakes like it too, and all kinds of critters that are poisonous. But we still got to make room for them. They're still good. They may be poisonous to us and to the animals. They're still God's animals, so that's why I might just leave this area for the birds and for the rabbits and the snakes and whatever. And the birds can eat all these little berries. Look at the berries. Look, 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 look. I don't know if you see them. See the raspberries or strawberries, whatever they are. Look at them. They used to cover this whole area, but I cut because I wanted to get over this area. I still haven't decided if I'm cutting. I'll cut this on Sunday because I'm kind of tired now. I cleaned this up the other day. You see the pile of branches over there that I put? That little fenced area was covered so the deers couldn't come in. So I they would have to jump over the wood and the trees and stuff. So I made a little pathway for the deers to come in. So I'm trying to clean up the stuff so the deers don't break their legs and the animals can have areas safe for them to live in where my dogs can survive without getting hurt by them. So it's called community living with nature. And you can see where I stop with my lawnmower. I cut that much. I'm not too worried about that area because that's their property. And then I just want to show you all the areas I have to cut. I ain't complaining. I'm actually loving it because I get to be out in this beautiful world. It's just my physical body don't do as much as it used to do. But God gives me the gift to do what I can. So I got this area cut. I ain't going up any closer to the trailer because I broke a window the other day. This is the area. See, I may stop for right now and trying to get those branches down. Those are dead vines that I have done. You see all those vines there? I've cut and pulled, and I got those trees almost completely cleared of the vine. And look how happy they look. They got more branches on them, and they're up higher, and the leaves are coming back really good. So I'm trying to get where all these trees are coming back to life. And that big one there, oh no, it's got all those vines on them. I don't know what's going to happen, but as long as I'm here, I'll work on trying to get it down. I may stop for the summer because my landlord goes, watch out for the snakes, watch out for the poisonous spiders and scorpions. I never thought of that before. So far, I've seen a snake this morning and a big, gigantic black spider. It didn't look like a good spider, but I kind of let it alone. I left him. I said, okay, Lord, he's yours. And I started chuckling, and I'm going to tell my landlord that he shouldn't have been jinxing me, because up until now, I seen a baby snake before, but I've seen snakes and, I see spiders all the time, but not where they were climbing on me. The other day, one was climbing on me. So, it being warm out, they're going to be active. So now, this is my backyard. So, I still got to clean all these vines. See all those vines there? I know God has them for a reason, but, we don't want to kill these beautiful trees. So, we're working on it. I've cut most of the vines that I can. I may just go in and keep cutting and let them die off and hang there until I can pull on them and pull them off. Because at least if they're dead, they're not killing the trees anymore. See, you can see all those dead leaves up there. That's the vine that's dead on that tree. See? I cut most of the vine. I see some more trying to grow up the tree. But I have to come in and get them from the roots, and that's down here on the ground. See these vines? See, people thought planting this ivory out here was the greatest thing in the world. I'm going to advise y'all, don't plant ivory, because this is what ivory does. Unless you're going to control it. And the only way to control it, to stop from taking over everywhere, is get it from its root system. So you see all these vines here? That's because I've pulled on them from the roots. And I'm trying to get them to stop killing these pretty trees. But it's a work in progress. See, I got to get all these dead branches up. See, that one tree is dead because of the root. See that? I want to show you something. That right there is a vine. You remember Jungle Boy, Tarzan, the vines that they swing on? That's what they swing on, right there. And that is the root system. Right there. Isn't that amazing? But anyways, here's the rest of my backyard. This is the rest of my backyard that I have to cut. So I may end up doing it on Sunday. Then, okay, so that's my backyard. That ain't over there, but this is. I'm not cutting that. That's somebody else's property. Actually, it's my landlord's property, but somebody else is renting the other house. This is the other side. Whew. And it goes all the way down here. All this area is mine. And I love it. And I gotta come down here. That's the pond that I'm gonna work on cleaning up. See, I got many projects. As long as I'm staying here, I'm gonna work on. I'm gonna do one thing at a time. Okay. This is the other area I gotta cut. It goes way back there. But we'll do it in time. I don't go back here much anymore because grass hasn't been cut in a while. So, but I love it. I love being out here in nature. Right now I'm going to clean up. I got to go do something. But thanks everybody. Bye.